Hey guys, welcome back. I felt like you guys needed probably another tutorial. So today, well, first of all, it's New Year's Eve, and so I'm having a mimosa. So happy New Year's if you're watching this in the new year. And I want to show you guys today how to pin using Pinterest, the Pinterest website itself. So you guys know I love using a scheduler for Pinterest. Personally, I use Tailwind, and I will link the website for that, the link below in the description, because I'm a huge believer in it for multiple reasons. One, it's like a very visual, setup of the scheduler. And the other thing is they have something called Tailwind communities, formerly known as Tailwind tribes. And Tailwind communities is basically like a way to super boost your pins. And it's included in the pro version. So I do the pro version. I think it's like $118 a year. You can totally try it for free, and you still get to do 100 pins for free. You get to schedule 100 pins for free, as well as use the Tailwind communities for those 100 pins. So give it a shot. I will do some more Tailwind tutorials down the road, but for now, if you don't know how to schedule a pin, or you don't know how to use Pinterest, this is actually a really great place to start. So today we're going to go just using the Pinterest.com platform itself. I'm going to show you how to create a new pin. Now, some of you like to use your phones or iPad to use Pinterest. I always recommend doing your desktop or laptop version, just because you get a wider screen and you can just kind of see buttons a little bit better. And the other thing is, sometimes I feel like the mobile versions of some of these websites do hide some options, if that makes sense. So I want to show you on my desktop, and that's all. Let's jump in. So I'm going to X out so you guys can see the full screen here. Okay, so first things first, the rule of Pinterest is you want to make sure you are always linking back to a unique URL on your website. So not just your website/blog, but a very unique blog post. So for this example, I'm going to be using my intimate Bohemian Laguna Beach, California elopement. It is one of our most popular blog posts, and especially on Pinterest. In fact, look, the last person to have saved something is, now there's another new one, is from this blog post. And it's something I posted, let's see if there's a date on here, 2019, February 27th, 2019. So we're going on almost 2 years, and it is still one of my most popular post. So what I'm doing today is I'm actually going to add new photos that are not on my blog post. So we obviously had a huge gallery with this wedding, and I want to go in and add photos that Pinterest hasn't seen yet. So let's do that. Okay, so first things first, keep your blog post open, because you are going to be using this URL throughout your posting, and then head over to your Pinterest account. Once you are on your home page, go over to Create and Create Pin. I'm going to take a sip of my mimosa. Okay, so here is the pin kind of template that you're going to use. Now, over on the left hand side here, you see there's like this little kind of image that represents this card right here. You can go and add multiple right away, which is really cool, and kind of just have an idea on how many you're going to do and have those all ready. So first thing is, we are going to drop our photos here. Now, in case you haven't noticed, they have some recommendations here. So obviously use high quality JPEGs, and you can also use an MP4. So for any of you guys that have short videos with Pinterest, we always recommend anywhere from like 6 to 15-second videos. So loops do really well, or like fast forward setups of something do really well. So if you guys are kind of more video based, then definitely try uploading your videos here. So I'm going to go ahead and under my downloads, I'm going to select, let's do this bouquet. Open. Okay. Couple things to notice here. So there is an edit button. You can change the ratio of your crop. I always prefer to do vertical. You may have heard me talk about how some of our horizontal images have done really well. So I don't say not to ever do horizontal or square, but the 2:3 ratio will always take up the most real estate on your Pinterest page, like on the home feed. So try to focus on that. Definitely try to do that. Now, I think this is, you could do a collage from here. Is that right? Or maybe that's just changed the photo. I don't know. Let's just try it for fun. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. So you can add multiple photos. And kind of decide what size you want. So this is really cool if you've already posted this image of the bouquet, let's say on Pinterest, and you want to, and it's been really popular, and you want to add it again, but as a quote unquote fresh image in the eyes of Pinterest, then I would say reuse it, reuse it in a collage and then add another image so it makes Pinterest think it's a whole different image because you've got two of them combined. Can I now delete this image? Let's try this again. Oh, there we go. Okay. So those are your options over here. Here you can add a logo in, which is really cool. You can change your margins a little bit. Let's see, oh, maybe that doesn't work for this one. You guys, I don't use this platform very often. So, oh, sorry. This is maybe to put your, when you put your logo, you can decide where exactly you want it. And then the background. Well, see, our image takes up the whole space, so that's not necessary for us, but good to know that you can do that. Okay. Now, the other thing, if you are a product, this is where you can go ahead and tag products. So I am not super well versed in product stuff, but this looks like you could use a link to your URL if you have a sales page or something like that. And what it'll do is when you hover over the product, it'll tag something that's clickable that you could purchase. So they give you a hint here, make sure products you add match items in your image. So you can add up to 24. And this is really cool, like especially if you have, let's say, a photo of like a big wedding tablescape and or maybe it's like your dining room tablescape and you've purchased items from like, I don't know, Kirkland's and, I was going to say Home Depot, but Home Goods and Marshalls or whatever, then you can tag multiple stores and the exact link to the product. So I think that's really cool. And especially us in the wedding industry, if you have affiliate links, hey, this is a really good place to try and put them. Okay. Great. And then this is just delete image. So edit, add product, tags, and delete image. Now, you can also create a carousel. What this means is it is very similar to a story pin. Now, remember, if you haven't seen my story pin video, I will link that down below because I have a whole tutorial on how to create those. And you guys saw under this create button, you got story pin. Now, carousel is a little bit different because it does link to a URL. StoryPin does not link to an external website. It links back to your profile. And there's pros and cons to both. So if you are like, I'm not feeling like doing a story pin, but I want multiple images on one pin, then hey, try a carousel. Note that Pinterest wants you to use its new features. So it is going to push what am I trying to say? Story pins to the top of people's feeds. So I recommend using story pins over carousel pins if you have limited time and you want to create a bigger impact. Okay. Now, I'm just going to delete this one because I created a million things. Okay, let's go back. Let's grab the photo of the bouquet. And let's get to work on our stuff here. So I am going to send this to a specific board. Now, the one thing with using the Pinterest platform here is that you cannot add one photo to multiple boards. So if you wanted to do that, you would have to re-add the photo over here onto a new little contact thing and send it to a brand new board. So whereas a scheduler like Tailwind, you can actually just immediately select all the boards you want it to go to. So in this case, I think I have flowers or something. Let's see. bouquet. I think I have bouquet. Here we go. Wedding bouquets and centerpieces. I'm going to call this eucalyptus and protea bouquet. All right, so you're going to see that they recommend at least 40 characters for your title, and you are also going to be limited in the number of characters that you use. So just keep that in mind. I wonder if it tells me, did it tell me I had 150 at the beginning? Let me see. Oh, 100. So I've only used a few here. I haven't even used 40, that means. I've used 30. So let's see, eucalyptus and protea bouquet for elopement. So your first 40 characters are what usually shows up in feeds, right? So make it good. Think of your keywords. So here I'm going to say gorgeous, or no. I'm going to start over. This boho modern bouquet was perfect for eucalyptus. Hashtag eucalyptus bouquet. And protea bouquet and boho bouquet, perhaps. Okay, so you've added your caption, you've added your title, and now where do we want people to go when they click on this image? And again, I want to reiterate the importance of sending people to a very specific URL. People will get frustrated. I'm just going to copy this right now as I'm talking. People are going to get frustrated if they see a beautiful image, they want to learn more, and then all of a sudden they click on it and it takes them to like your contact page or the home page of your website where this photo is never to be seen, and is nowhere in sight is what I wanted to say. And they bounce off your website really quickly. So remember to give them really good information and give them what they want when they're clicking on that image. So I want people to go straight to this elopement blog post. Now, the last thing you're going to do is you can either publish immediately, totally acceptable. I'm going to do that right now, actually, or you could publish at a later date. So remember, Pinterest doesn't want you to dump all of these images at once. They want you to trickle out your images and to be consistent on the platform. So if you want to post or pin maybe like 3 images a day that are brand new that Pinterest hasn't seen yet, then that is plenty. So 3 images a day, but make sure you're kind of spacing it out on time, and then you're going through and scheduling it for the next day after that. So be consistent whatever you choose. For now, I'm just going to publish immediately. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, takes me a while. Let's go see it. So there it is. And anytime, of course, you post a new image, eventually you'll get to see your analytics. If you don't see this bar, it could be because your profile is a personal profile. So make sure to switch over to a business profile so you can get all that good stuff. And there you have it, guys. So when I click on this, it should take me to that very unique blog post URL. Eventually when it loads, because my Wi-Fi is pretty slow. Is it coming? There it is. Okay, so that worked. Awesome. So let me see if I can pop back here. I'm back. All right, you guys, I hope that was helpful. I hope you learned a lot from this quick little tutorial. Don't feel, I hope I helped you not feel so overwhelmed. Don't feel like you have to use a scheduler. Take it one step at a time. Heck, if you can get 1 image a day on Pinterest, you are doing so much better than those who are not trying at all. So give it a shot. get some photos up there, take your time with your titles and your captions. And remember, it's about keywords, not about storytelling and going into creating this like micro blog, right? So be very strategic. Rewind this video if you need to watch it again. And I will catch you guys next week.